Hi, I'm Dr. Alan Widener from MassageChairRelief.com, and today I want to show you a practical tip on how to move a chair. So my delivery teams have to move chairs from time to time from one house to another house, or from one room to another room, or even within one room. Like if you've got a big playroom or a big living room, and or a movie room, you want to be able to move a chair around just within that room. There's different things you need to know about chairs. Now, I'm just going to tell you, most chairs have wheels on the back. And so what you can do to move a chair, and I'm using this Panasonic MAJ7 because it's a lighter chair and it's easier for me to move it, but the wheels are on the back, and you can tilt a chair back like this if you move it away from the wall far enough, and then you can roll it along the floor. If you're on a carpet, it's a little tougher. If you're on a hardwood floor or a tile floor, it's very easy to move a chair. But if it's a heavier chair, like the Panasonic's one of the lighter chairs, if it's a heavier chair, you'll want to have someone in the front also, maybe lifting up the front or holding the ottoman a little bit so it doesn't crash forward when the person that's pushing it has it back on the back two wheels. So that's one thing about moving the chair. The other thing is, some people will put like little silicone coasters, if you will, on the four corners of the chair. And if you're on this will work on some carpets, like a real tightly woven rug or carpet, but it can also it's ideal if it's on a hardwood floor or a tile floor. Ideally, I would say the tile floor, because on a hardwood floor, sometimes if it's a round semicircular coaster, it might dig in a little bit into the wood. So, but that's something else that some people use. Other people put a rug, if it's on a hardwood floor or a tile floor or a non-carpeted floor, put a little tiny rug underneath the base of it, and then you can push and slide, pull and push this chair on this rug across a room. Now, if you want to go into another room or out of your house, most of these chairs are wider than the door. So how are you going to get a chair through? Well, there's a couple ways to do it. The first way to do it, the hardest way, or that takes the most time, is by taking off the armrests. If you look over here, this is the Luraco Aerobotic 7. You can see this is quite a wide chair. As a matter of fact, this chair, if you take the measurements, about 37 inches across. Well, there's not very many doors that are 37 inches across in a home, let alone an interior door like this. This one's maybe 29 or 30 inches. So you have to take the armrests off, and then you can tilt it back on the back wheels and roll it out, or slide it out, as we talked about earlier. So you're going to have to take off the armrest for some chairs. Now, if the chair it's too heavy to lift or too heavy to roll, and some of these chairs are quite heavy, even when you're rolling back on the wheels, especially if you're on a carpet, it's really tough to move them. So what we use in situations like that is a dolly. And you can get one of these four-wheel dollies. If you don't have one already, you can get them at like Home Depot or Harbor Freight for like 20 bucks. And what you do then is you tilt the chair back like this, as we did before, and then you have someone slide that underneath the chair, and then you can lift it up, and it doesn't matter if it's exactly on or not, but now at least you can roll it. So that's what you can do with the chair. Now, and that's how you can move it through, through a doorway, on a rug, if you can't slide it and you can't roll it on the back wheels. Now, one other thing that is helpful to know, if you have a really wide chair like this, and one thing that you could try doing is you can try reclining the chair all the way back so it's flat, and then roll it over onto one of these. So you can and I usually put a blanket or a towel or something so it doesn't scratch the side. And then when this is fully reclined, then you roll it up and over. Well, this is pretty heavy, and I'm going to probably do something bad to myself, but you roll it over on its side onto the dolly, and then you can wheel it out. Now, when you fully recline the chair and you measure the depth of the chair, so on this one, you remember it was 37 inches across, and that's not going to fit through most doors, if any doors in a home. Now this one, when you fully recline it, it's about 29 or 30 inches. Well, 29, 30 inches would fit through many, many home doors. So you recline it all the way, take the measurement, If it's narrower than your doorway, then you roll it over on its side onto the dolly, and then you wheel the dolly out. You're going to need help with that. It's tough to do it by yourself, especially if you're on a carpet again. But then you move it, tilt it over, fully reclined onto the dolly, and you can wheel out of a door. And so those are the kind of the things that we do to help move these chairs. Lifting them is hard, and I mean, young people can do it pretty good. My son has been doing my deliveries here in Utah for me, and him and his buddy, they're just built like they're just strong, and they can lift these chairs and they don't think twice about it. But I'm telling you what, I'm 61 years old at the time of this recording, and I can't, it's hard for me to lift stuff like this heavy, just like at the drop of a hat. And if I do, you know, who knows what herniation is going to happen, whether it's my disc in my back or an inguinal hernia or an abdominal hernia, who knows what. So you got to be real careful. So the older you are, or the more fragile you are, or the weaker you feel, or the more compromised you are, either by age or medical condition or whatever, or size, use the dolly. The dolly's great, and it's a pretty cheap investment. Or get your kids to do it. That's what we get kids for, right? I mean, we have kids to love them and raise them, but man, they pay us back when they get older, and they do stuff like recording our videos for us, or moving chairs, or doing all the heavy lifting we can't do. But these are tips for you to use when you need to move a chair, either within a room, outside of a room, outside of your home. This is the way to do it. Taking off the armrest is probably the most tedious, because you have to get instructions and to know how to take off the armrests, but your owner's manual should have that information in it. Anyways, enough is enough. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please feel free to thumbs up, like us on our YouTube channel, and of course help us spread the word about massage chairs by sharing this video or any of our videos with your friends and family on your social media platforms. I'm Dr. Alan Widener from MassageChairRelief.com, and I will see you again on the next video. Bye-bye.